It's Monday, February the 20th, 2017, and this is your Barbados Today evening update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. To our big story now. A 28-year-old St. Philip man has been jailed for 4 years in connection with a spate of burglaries over the past 2 years. Damien McCarthy, who along with 22-year-old Stefan Tony of Rockhouse St. Philip and the 17-year-old Joshanti Aline of Riverland St. Philip are charged with 30 burglary offenses between 2015 and this year, will spend the time behind bars on 3 of those crimes committed in the District C station area. McCarthy still has to be back in court on March the 20th for 7 additional charges of burglary in District C and on Thursday to answer 10 offenses in the District B area. Tony was remanded to prison until March 20th, while Aline was released on bail to reappear on June the 19th. Some 40 hoteliers have so far benefited from almost $12 million in concessions between 2015 and the present. Minister of Tourism Richard Seeley made the revelation this morning as he highlighted the importance of local investment in the tourism industry. Seeley was addressing a media conference at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center on tourism expansion for job creation and the march to full employment.
And I can tell you that between January 2015 and February 2017, the concessions that we have ceded has been 11.8 million Barbados dollars. And I think that in exchange for the exchequer missing out on that money, if you wish to call it that, 40 hotels actually, many of whom, or should I say all of whom, would have received that concession. 40 hotels have refurbished, upgraded, or are planning to do such.
Meanwhile, Seeley says fresh attempts to breathe life back into the stalled Four Seasons Resort and private residences project at Clearwater Bay, St. Michael, is at a very advanced stage. However, while he would like the work to start this year, Seeley said that was very unlikely given the legal maze that first had to be settled. He said that a number of ongoing and future projects, including Four Seasons, could help create about 14,000 jobs over the next 3 years.
There is a group, several people have been interested in the project after government got involved. That's usually how it goes. The body's interested before. And this particular group that is at an advanced stage right now in terms of the legal exercise, in terms of negotiating the various concessions from government and so on. They're at a very advanced stage and we'll be hearing something about it soon.
A professor of global Anglicanism says the faithful poor who turn to the church for comfort are often duped and have their life's earnings swindled. Delivering the sermon at the annual diocesan service of the local Anglican church at Kensington Oval yesterday, Reverend James Tenga also lamented that justice now only worked for the privileged few.
That is how callous the heart of society has become. The idea that somebody else's child is your child does not work anymore. I take care of mine, and mine alone is the operating mode. Stumbling blocks and all sorts of hurdles are put in our way. Justice only works for the privileged. Generosity is only identified with Father Christmas. Holiness is just pious spiritual activities. The faithful poor turn to the churches for comfort and coping, only to be duped and have their savings and life's earnings swindled by unscrupulous pastors. Faith has become a liability, even as the stupefied do not recognize it.
The Lodge School has announced its intention to capitalize on the planned exchanges between Barbados and Japan. Speaking during a tour of the St. John Institution this morning by Japanese Ambassador Seruhiko Shinada, school principal Winston Dowers singled out education and sport along with technology.
One area of particular interest to us here at the Law School is the use of technology in the classroom. And perhaps this is something that we can learn from schools in Japan. My limited research also has uncovered some unique teaching methods being used in the classrooms in Japan, and that is also an area that we can learn from. But the sharing of knowledge and experiences doesn't have to be one way, and I'm sure that there are things that our Japanese counterparts can learn from us as well.
Celebrated Barbadian artist Phelan Bab was laid to rest today following his death on Saturday. His paint brushes may not be put down, but Bab's legacy and beautiful images will forever live on. Bab, whose real name is John Fielding Carter, was lovingly remembered during his funeral service at the chapel of the Coral Ridge Memorial Gardens Christchurch. The funeral service was attended by many fellow artists, members of the Kiwanis Club of Barbados South, and Minister of Culture Stephen Lashley. In sport, the Barbados Pride team is still basking in the glory of its 2017 WICB Regional Super 50 title, and Shea Hope, one of the most outstanding players of the tournament, has said he will use his performances in the just concluded Super 50 to kickstart his career for West Indies. The 23-year-old right hand struck 101 in Saturday's final to help power Barbados Pride to the Super 50 title with 59-run victory over Jamaica Scorpions at Coolidge Cricket Ground. Hope finished the tournament as one of the leading run scorers with 482 runs and 2 centuries, following his 125 in the semi-final against Leeward Islands Hurricanes last Thursday.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's the celebration of agriculture, 50 years and beyond. Come and experience this year's AgroFest exhibition at the historic Queen's Park on February 24th to 26th. Don't miss the African Heritage Month celebrations, the AgroFest Special Edition, an impressive display of leather products made from Barbados' black belly sheep, the best of Crop Over 2016, and much more. AgroFest 2017. Tickets available at all official box offices.
In regional news, there is more unrest in March Penn, Spanish Town, Jamaica, following a fiery protest over the police killing of a teenage boy last night. More in this report from Television Jamaica.
The police say an 18-year-old was fatally shot and a Remington shotgun and 3 cartridges taken from him. But angry residents lit debris and blocked the entrance to the community in protest this morning, insisting Andrade McDonald was shot in cold blood.
Miliko innocent cousin around us upon their Wi-Fi. And the policeman come and tell him, say, boy, no move. Put the gun upon him. All of them did it, and my brother then did it, all of them. Because we not tell no lie upon them. Him bossy shot upon him and he never dead because he shot when he gave him death, so couldn't kill him, and he put him in a van. When he go drive away, he said, boy, if you get up, you go see where me give you.
The people say the police who carried out the killing were in masks, and they argue that they are constantly targeted by the lawmen.
We are run from bad man. We are run from police. Last week, the police killed our innocent youth round there so naked. Panini with the 2 hands moving. Officer, me clean officer, me clean. Me not have nothing from me.
And finally, on the international scene, Sky News has been given evidence that allegedly links Russia to an attempted coup in Montenegro. It has been described as a last piece in the jigsaw puzzle by Western intelligence sources.
October the 16th last year was election day in Montenegro. It was also the day chosen for an audacious plot to overthrow a European government, and Sky News has been shown what Western intelligence agencies say is proof that Russia was linked to it. The Montenegrin government is pro-European and pro-NATO. The Prime Minister during the elections was this man, Milo Djukanovic. The plan was to assassinate him, but the plot was uncovered with just hours to spare. It is also alleged that the plotters wanted to disguise themselves as policemen and fire on pro-Russian supporters as they protested outside Parliament, making it look like the government security forces had turned on its own people. Later that day, 2 Serbians were arrested by Montenegrin police in connection with the coup attempt. But 2 Russians have been named as the ringleaders, Eduard Shirokov and Vladimir Popov. They are now on Interpol's most wanted database.
And that's news and sports. But for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Now also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.